Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, October 8, 2022. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines this evening, water taxis to operate 24 hours after a fuel tanker crashes into Demerara Harbor Bridge, rendering it inoperable. Cutlass-wielding man brutally chops BERBICE laborer. AFC unsure of contesting LGE alone or with coalition partner. 4 pumps down in BDP as rice farmers get ready to plant and need water. And Labor Ministry to conduct regular safety inspections at mining camps. Now for the news in detail. A fuel tanker collided into the Demerara Harbor Bridge in the wee hours of today, rendering the critical structure that links the west and east bank of Demerara inoperable. Given the extensive damages to the bridge, which will take days to repair, the Maritime Administration Department has announced that water taxis will be operating 24 hours, while arrangements are being made by the Public Works Ministry to transport vehicles. Here is Vanu Manichand with our lead story tonight.
The incident occurred during Saturday morning's retraction, which was from 1 hour to 4 hours to facilitate routine maintenance works. Initial reports revealed that fuel tanker MV Tradewind Passion collided with the bridge, rendering it inoperable. Following the collision that shifted the bridge's alignment, a joint team of government and private sector engineers were dispatched to conduct repairs. Assessment is ongoing to determine the full extent of the damage as well as the length of time that will be needed to fix the bridge. Minister within the Ministry of Public Works Deodat Indar told the Evening News earlier today that damages are extensive, even worse than the incident last month.
It was damaged in a major way. This is not like when the barge hit it. So when the barge hit it, it was damaged bad, but this is worse. You know, this is from observing when the barge hit it and observing what happened this morning, because I was on the ground, I think it was 10 times as worse.
According to the minister, the bridge will not be fixed for operations today due to the extent of the damages. In fact, this newscast understands that repairs could possibly take as much as 72 hours, but efforts are being made to have the structure ready for Monday's rush. In the meantime, Minister Indar indicated that alternative arrangements to transport vehicles are being made.
We are working on that. We'll have to put alternatives. In the meanwhile, we are opening the speedboat. We are looking at barges. So we're working on all of that.
In the meantime, MARAD has announced that water taxis will be operating 24 hours to transport commuters between the Vredenhoop and Stabroek Stellings. Operators have already been warned not to increase the fares, otherwise they will face sanctions. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manichand.
The Alliance for Change, the minority party in the coalition opposition, is unsure of whether it will be contesting the upcoming local government elections as an independent party or together with its coalition partner, the Partnership for National Unity. Details in this report.
During a press conference on Friday, this question was posed to the party executives, and in response, AFC chairwoman Kathy Hughes related that she is unable to give an answer on this matter at the time.
With regards to how we would go to local government, whether as an independent party or as part of a coalition, and we said that we're not in a position to answer, and that's where we stand.
In the same breath, however, the AFC chairwoman indicated that the party is still sticking to its earlier position of not renewing the coalition agreement with the APNU. Following its national conference in June, the AFC said its more than 200 delegates decide to remain in the partnership with the APNU while maintaining its independence, rebranding, and regaining its identity. At a subsequent press conference in July, Hughes reaffirmed that the AFC will remain in the coalition, but until the end of this year when the Cummins-Berg Accord will expire. Meanwhile, on the issue of local government elections, AFC leader Kemraj Ramjatan on Friday expressed concerns over the Guyana Elections Commission's unpreparedness.
We are very concerned that up to now they really can't get a date, or at least the roundabout date, around March, we understand now. But for all you know, next week, they could very well come back and say, well, it can't be March, it will be April the 1st. And we will know what, or April the 30th, or whatever the date. So we are very, very concerned. That is not the way in which an institution that is as important and significant for this country as GCOM to not be in a position to state when local government elections should be held.
After several reviews over the past few months, Chief Elections Officer Vishnu Prasad earlier this week updated the 7-member Election Commission on the LGE work plan with a proposed polling date of March 6, 2023. Next week, the Commission will revise this proposal before making a decision on whether local government polls can be held on this date. Reporting for the Evening News, Vadu Manikchand.
Our BERBICE correspondent Andrew Carmichael joins us now to report that 4 pumps are down in the Blackbush polder on the quarantine as rice farmers get ready to replant and would need water. In fact, you will hear that one of the pumps has been out of service for the entire duration of this current rice crop. Let's have a look.
75% of harvesting in a Blackbush polder has been completed, and some farmers have already started to prepare land for the next crop. This is due to start sometime around October 24th, according to Region 6 chairman.
So whilst we're finishing off the other 25% harvesting for this present crop, we are now moving apace to start the other crops. The problem is 3 or 4 of the pumps are not operable.
The chairman, who was at the time addressing the Regional Democratic Council on Thursday, was expected to officially inform Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa about the situation before this week ends. 3 of the pumps are at the Maibikuri pump station. Additionally, the pump at the Maniribisi is out of order.
And that has not been working for a long time now for the entire crop. That pump is out of order because of a radiator problem. And so I hope some of these little things will be sorted out so that we don't have any hiccup for the start of the new crop. Because as you notice, the weather is a little bit friendlier. And so once we start the crop on around the 24th, it means we may have to pump irrigation water for a while because all the farmers will need irrigation water.
Armagon said he's seeking the help of the Agriculture Ministry to ensure that the pumps are up and running in time for the next crop. Currently, the chairman noted, dams are being fixed. In fact, most of them have already been repaired.
The Ministry of Agriculture did give to us a substantial sum of money to repair dams. And so quite a substantial part of all the dams that were slated to be repaired have already been repaired. And so there are still a few dams left, like the one I said talked to you about this morning, which was destroyed by farmers. And so we got a few dams that still left to be repaired. So we are working to get those dams. The money the money that was sent to us, the entire sum has been expended. So whatever work has to be done now has to be done with machines that we have in our system.
Meanwhile, cash crop farmers in both the Frontlands and the Blackbush polder are calling for the water levels in the canal to rise. The water in the Adventure Canal has dropped considerably, resulting in salt water seeping in and making it difficult for vegetable farmers to get fresh water for their crop. Armagon noted that during the current rice crop, there was a moderate infestation of paddy bugs in some communities. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
A quarantine Region 6 man is now hospitalized after being attacked and brutally chopped by another male who was armed with a cutlass. The injured man has been identified as 56-year-old Lawrence Rodriguez, a laborer of Rose Hall Town, Quarantine. The incident occurred on Friday at Rose Hall. Police say the suspect, a 26-year-old cane harvester of Rose Hall Town, and Rodriguez had an ongoing feud. Rodriguez reportedly removed the suspect's bicycle from in front of his house. This resulted in the cane harvester becoming upset and arming himself with a cutlass. He then confronted Rodriguez on the road and dealt him several chops about his body. After the brutal attack that was captured on video, the victim was rushed to the Port Morant Public Hospital and later transferred to the New Amsterdam Public Hospital, where his condition is listed as serious. Meanwhile, the suspect has been arrested and is in police custody assisting with the investigation. Coming up on the other side of the break, Labor Ministry to conduct regular safety inspections at mining camps. Please stay tuned.
Supervet safety tips to help fight COVID-19. Practice regular washing of hands with soap and water or alcohol-based solution. Remember to always wear your mask whenever in public areas to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Clean and disinfect high-touch surfaces daily with soap and water or detergent. Practice physical distancing by staying at least 6 feet away from others. Supervet cares about you. Let's help keep each other safe.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. In a demonstration of its commitment to ensuring the health and safety of Guyana's workforce, the Ministry of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Department this week carried out inspections at several mining camps in Region 8. Luanda McAllister joins us with the details.
The visits conducted on Tuesday sought to ensure workers and employers are adhering to the health and safety protocols. Occupational Safety and Health Officer at Labor Ministry, Darwin Bourne, said that the inspections also create awareness among the workers, as most camps in far-flung areas are not subject to frequent inspections.
Basically, what we're trying to do is prevent any form of fatality or serious injuries to miners. We would even advise them do a little bit of first aid training.
According to Bourne, the ministry will be facilitating regular visits to the areas. The OSH officer further stated that training is being done in collaboration with the Guyana Mining School, as well as the deployment of rangers to mining camps to monitor their operations.
These rangers are there to report to the mine officers on unsafe mining practices, and also they would be in these areas providing some level of monitoring also. So it's a continuous effort and it's an intercollaborative agency work.
Meanwhile, Labour Minister Joseph Hamilton said that his ministry will continue to work with stakeholders to introduce new skill sets for miners as the sector is expanding into new areas such as underground mining.
The best way to ensure you retain employees is to do training on site. So you're training a person to be an underground miner. You're not bringing them from some other thing they're doing and say, okay, go down in the shaft. And that is a new thing that I want to effect. Because I suspect more companies will come to Guyana who will be doing underground mining. So those type of new programs bit we will fashion with partners.
Lawanda McAllister, The Evening News.
In commemoration of World Post Day observed annually on October 9, the Guyana Post Office Corporation on Friday officially commissioned the Providence Post Office, which had undergone extensive rehabilitation works. Here is Lawanda McAllister once again with more.
Providence Post Office, located on the east bank of Demerara, was recently retrofitted and renovated. At the event, GPOC Director of Corporate Affairs Tracy Mark noted that Providence is one of many locations through which the GPOC carries out its mandate of bringing postal services to the people of Guyana. The facility is strategically positioned in a location with growing postal demands. Initially, the updates to the post office were pegged at some $23.5 million. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there were several delays as well as increases in costs of local materials, which resulted in the original 4-month construction time being extended to 12 months with an additional cost.
Through the hard work of the construction firm, CD General Contracting Services, guidance by the engineering team from the Ministry of Public Works, diligent supervision from our properties manager, and the vision of the management of GPOC, especially our CEO, Ms. Karen Brown. The Providence Post Office, the Providence Post Office stands equipped with modern facilities.
The design includes a facility for disabled, among other modernized designs. Meanwhile, Postmaster General Karen Brown said as World Post Day is celebrated, she hopes that post workers are being recognized for their hard work. She further noted that as a result of the pandemic, people have been utilizing e-commerce and the post office has adjusted its services to accommodate such.
With the pandemic came the growth of e-commerce, and the Guyana Post Office Corporation was strategically positioned through the online shopping platform Swift Shipping to meet the additional volume demand. Globally, postal operators have committed to halving their collective CO2 emissions by 2030. Citizens are demanding green products that are sustainably developed. Some key areas of focus are green buildings, clean transportation, and reduced consumption of water, fuel, and waste to achieve carbon neutrality. The GPOC has demonstrated its commitment to this journey by investing in solar panels at the head office. This will be continued through the network to reduce its carbon footprint.
The postmaster said these small measures over a period of time will result in changes necessary for a sustainable green development. Lawanda McAllister reporting for the Evening News.
Fire Prevention Week began on Sunday last, and in Region 6, the fire department has been spreading awareness on the importance on adopting fire prevention measures. Andrew Carmichael has the details.
Divisional Fire Officer Clive MacDonald says it has been a week long of activities as a series of sensitization exercises were held across the Region 6 as part of Fire Prevention Week activities, which will conclude on October 26. Those activities include a televised awareness program, a football competition, and an exhibition, with other events also planned for the observances. According to MacDonald, while this observance is once a year, fire prevention should be a daily activity. Hence, the department will be working to spread the word. Over the past week, visits were made to schools, while lectures are planned for government agencies on fire prevention and safety. He said within the division, statistics have shown a decrease in building fires, which he attributes to the continuous education on fire prevention across the region. Meanwhile, the fire department, in collaboration with the private sector, handed over a television set to the Good Samaritan home in Stanleyton, New Amsterdam.
We look around to see what we can do for the home, and however, we had a look at the television that they had, and it had some issues. We did not cannot get to view anything, so we decided to work with our stakeholders, Ali and Sons, in collaboration with the fire service, and they assist us with television. So we're here this afternoon to make a small presentation on behalf of the Chief Fire Officer and ranks of the Guyana Fire Service.
It gives us great pleasure, the management of Ali and Sons, collaborating with the Guyana Fire Service on this kind gesture. We donated this TV to them because they reached out to us. And we believe in giving back to our community and helping. There's no better way than helping our senior citizens. So we just want to come on board with the Guyana Fire Service.
Fire Prevention Week is being observed under the theme, working together as one Guyana to prevent fires. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
We'll now take a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic until further notice. Meanwhile, the BERBICE River Bridge is expected to be closed at 15:55 on Sunday, October 9th, 2022 for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now the local stock exchange market compliments of GASI. Urban Benjamin Memorial Cycle Race set for Sunday. This and more coming up in the Sportcast, sponsored by Macorp.
Gold mining can be expensive if you don't have the right tools. Mining requires engines that can pump high volumes of water and slurry, the most tried and tested of which are Dutz engines. Dutz engines are among the most reliable in the world. Where can you get them? At your #1 industrial solutions provider, Sylvies. We have them in 2 to 6 cylinders, ranging from 23 horsepower to 80 horsepower. Most miners use Dutz engines because they're lightweight, use less fuel, and require less maintenance because they are air-cooled. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvies Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades. Contractors, let the quality of your road constructions speak for themselves by investing in a walk-behind vibratory roller from Sylvies. Apart from improving productivity, our roller provides better compaction for soil and asphalt. Designed with the ability to turn, this machine also offers great flexibility for precise work near walls and sidewalks. Order it now before it's gone at sylviesonline.com or at our 31 High and Hatfield Street store.